And hello there, everyone. My apologies, my stream deck is acting up tonight, so I do apologize. But welcome, Angry Ragtimer here. Welcome to episode 9 of our lovely little modded Railroader series. Today, we're in the yard. It has turned over a new day. We have a lot of stuff down there to go collect, and a fair amount to talk about, a lot to do. We have Arctic Grey Wolf here with me tonight.
Hello.
So we will get going. Good again, as always, to see a lot of the usuals here. Lich Lord Kurz over on Twitch. Hello, Nick Stoll, EVK Studios, Arctic Grey Wolf. Of course, Arctic, you're here. But at least thank you for popping in the chat. I know Gary and Old Wolf's also watching. JSJ, hello. So, and people are asking what the song is. This song is called If You Talk in Your Sleep, Don't Mention My Name. So there you go. There's your silly song for the night. To get us started here, we're going to be in first person for a while. If you remembered, last time we did our modded series, we had a few folks donate to help punish the Ragtimer. So, as such, I am stuck in first person here for the first hour and a half of stream. So we're off and going with that. We're going to take number 7 here. We're going to do a lot of switching. We're going to get all of the West Bryson yard organized and then get some other stuff moved around. So we're going to get started with that. A couple of fun updates here about just kind of everything. There's been I'm just finding that now, and especially now, so much happens in such a little bit of time. Not necessarily in Railroader, but in real life. So, what has happened, you might ask? Well, on Tuesday and Wednesday, I had people out to give me quotes for the grading for the backyard for the model or railroad that'll be going outside the F scale. And sure enough, I accepted one of the quotes. And they said that it probably will get started. They called it a small job, and they thought they could fit it in somewhere, which gives me optimistic hope that that project will actually happen in the somewhat near future. So we'll see what happens with that. And JSJ, I'm not sure what you're talking about in the chat. Please explain in English for the person who's been working on trains the entire day. The real trains, not this fake stuff that people talk about sometimes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, drop those cars there, maybe throw a handbrake on for good measure. I will say this is very difficult to do in first person. But oh well, this is what the people wanted, therefore it's what y'all will get. So we need to kick this car somewhere. Also, how did I end up with a caboose over here? I guess we have a caboose.
Because it was on my train when I started working over there.
That would explain it, yes.
I was the last one to work number 7, so...
Fair enough.
So I just stuck the caboose on it as a shoving platform.
It'd be nice if I actually throw the switch for what I'm supposed to be doing.
Probably.
And yes, Gary, and you're correct. So it has been quite wet out here in central PA for the past few days, which we needed the rain. But the negative side effect is it is delaying a little bit of the of the actual working on stuff. Did I leave an interchange car here? Did that just switch over?
I may have. I don't
That
remember.
I think it literally just switched over while we were waiting.
Might have.
All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll get this switched out. So yeah, so once everything theoretically dries up a little bit, hopefully they'll be able to fit me in to get that going. So again, lots of exciting shenanigans coming up in the world of the Ragtimer. In other news, Ragtimer also had the opportunity to begin a little stuff to qualify as a brakeman again at the EBT. So, for those who know, I'll keep it vague. We have a new diesel that we're working with in the railroad, and we're still putting it through some tests. And yesterday, after doing some activities, the general manager called me over and said, "Hey, we're taking this train out. You want to go?" And I know, like, Heiss and a few other people have always talked about the rule of you never ask to do something, but if you do something, or if someone ever offers, don't say no. And that's very much the same case here. And ZVK Studios, thank you for the $4.99, saying, "This is my only donation tonight as I no longer have enough money to cause chaos and turn Agent of Chaos temporarily out of commission. I do not want anything." Well, that is A-okay, and I appreciate the support. And Lichlord Kerr saying, "So you're the guy they send the people to who don't pay their fares?" Yes. Yes. No, so basically, yesterday, you know, when you get told to, like, "Hey, do you want to go do this thing?" you just say yes and you blindly go. And sure enough, when I walked over, they're like, "Okay, do you remember how to do a brake test?" And I just said, "Look, it's been like 2.5 years since I last did one. I probably could get through it, but I'd rather be trained." And so, you know, began the process of qualifying. So doing the initial terminal test, and then, you know, more or less practicing how to get on and off moving equipment safely. So, you know, all very important stuff if you work for any railroad, regardless of whether it's passenger or freight or whatever. So that was not only a lot of fun, but also very helpful for me. So hopefully I get more opportunities like that in the near future, which certainly may or may not be reflected in this video game. But, you know, fake train game does train game things. So that's been fun. So, again, all good things. Now, I will say tonight, the plan for the stream, more or less to play for about an hour and a half. However, because Ragtimer now has this grading project coming up, you know, Ragtimer will get your support to help make the stream longer and also help the grading project. So if you want, there's a little challenge that we'll be doing on YouTube tonight. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this stuff done on Twitch. But basically, we have a goal of super chats. So we have 10 super chats tonight. And if you do that, in the next hour or so, you will lengthen the stream by another 30 minutes so you get a little more content. And then also, I'll share with you guys some photos of some of the F-scale stuff that I have been acquiring that yesterday I unboxed for the first time. So, if you want to see that, you know, and have the stream go a little longer, would appreciate the support. Obviously not expected, but is always appreciated. And that's my only whoring of myself that I will do this evening. So, all right. So let's go ahead and back these cars up just a hair more. So let's get that more or less set. And this car is the one that needs to go. Damn, it's so hard to see this crap. Okay, so that's the one I have to run around and push. Okay. Got nah. And Arctic Grey Wolf saying, do it. Support the ragtimer. Or not. I'm not your dad. Nor do I want to be. I don't want that responsibility.
About to say I had my own kids. I don't need everybody else's kids.
Exactly. Okay. Let's see if we can move slowly through the yard here. And Violet Somber, good evening, generals, leading men, non-berries, and others. Well, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. So let's get this cranking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll do this kind of out of order. Actually, as they say in the old country, kicking! I want to do some kicking! Let's go ahead. We're going to let that roll a little bit because we need to shove that into that pocket right there, which may or may not work the way we hope it does, but there it goes. So there now lives for the moment. And yoink. Because we have this other car that we need to put to the interchange, and then we can just shove that up, get that out of the way, and hopefully not die in the process.
That's not allowed.
Yeah. It's against the rules classes to die while working on trains. So don't. Okay. So we're going to try to get this stuff over as best as we can. And while we're back here, we might as well see... I don't know how far we have to go. Of course, there's the switch. Perfect. So let's go ahead. We'll move forward. And while we do, let's just check here at Miller Electronics to see if we have any cars going back. And we don't, so we're good for right now. Bro Train 117 saying, I think there was a switch on the end of track. Maybe? If we're talking about the one back there, then yes. So that does have a switch to have a little extra room to store cars and stuff. But otherwise, if you're talking about that switch, that's the one that you have to shove into. It's kind of an awkward placement. But it is what it is. Okay. Nice and gently, please. Thank you. Stop dumping the train. Please. You know, some people have told me my music that I have is like circus music, and they're not wrong. And sometimes in moments like this, where like stuff just seems to be happening all at once, it pretty much is circus music. It's just stupid stuff happening frequently. Okay. All to catchy circus music. And yes, if you Bro Train, you might have an extra mod. Probably in the next week, I will be releasing the mods that we are using as a mod pack on the Ragtimer Discord for those who are a member of that. I will say, though, like I've said a few times, the Ragtimer's life is becoming busier and busier. I am trying to stream when I can, but you know, when you have real life, for lack of a better term, when you have a big boy job, then that has to take priority. And there's been a lot going on in the big boy job. All good stuff, some of which you'll probably be hearing about in the next week or two. Hopefully. So, we'll see.
You know, one of these days I got to make a trip out that way just to see the EBT, because I have not been out in Pennsylvania in a number of years.
Absolutely. And I will say there's a lot of cool stuff happening at the railroad. And right now, even if you've ridden it before, like I would say, let's say you haven't ridden it since before 2012, a lot has changed, a lot of very positive things. And even if you were here 2 years ago, we have a lot more to see. There's more stuff restored in the machine shops. There's more stuff that's been worked on track-wise. Hi, General.
Hi.
I was immediately assuming that was you because you're the kind of person that would just bring chaos to the world.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
by the way, General, I have the number 3 currently.
Okay. I need to launch rotor first, so that's an important step to this whole
Into
equation.
outer space?
Mm-hmm. Space.
Yes. Okay.
You'll never guess what I'm eating.
Pizza?
No, silly chicken.
Oh, I didn't want to assume.
I had that earlier.
You know, my stupid mouse is, I think, slowly dying on me. Thankfully, I have a replacement. Literally sitting in the box behind me. That I haven't put on my computer because I'm lazy.
Yes. You know you're lazy, General, and yet we still love you.
Speaking of which, the steam engine saga continues.
Oh?
Well, I was waiting to run it until I got steam oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I have one of those little stationary steam engines, and I have steam oil for that.
So what you're saying is...
Technically, if I put the headlight and smoke box back on, I
have
could
a pressure
probably
vessel.
go ahead and I could probably go ahead and boil water.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be able to top it up. I wouldn't be able to top it off under pressure because I still don't have a Goodall valve bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But that means I would be able to, in theory, run it on the rollers.
Ooh. This is very interesting information.
Yes.
Oh, by
My,
the way, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the stuff, the steam oil in the Goodall valve bottle that I ordered from Live Steam Station should be here Wednesday allegedly. So, and I still haven't seen any of the other stuff that the guy said he sent. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you ever get that hopper car or any of the stuff that he claims to have sent?
So either one of three things has happened. Either he didn't send it, he did send it and it's lost in the mail, or he sent it, it showed up, and then someone took it off my porch. So he didn't. I don't have any tracking or anything on it, so I don't know what happened with it. I've also haven't heard anything back about the UPS claim. I mean, the dude's still, he's still talking with me, but he hasn't heard anything back. I told him, I'll let him know if I hear anything back. He hasn't heard anything back, so I don't know.
Interesting. Well, the good news is when you do come up here, at least I'll have a decent amount of cars for you to pull with it.
Yes.
And I'm hopeful that either the Goose or the
Silverton up from Durango.
the K23, no, not K23, K27.
Close enough.
End up being workable.
Yes. Also, I have power tools. Do you need power tools? Because I have power tools.
For what, I might ask?
I don't know. You're acting like we're going to be doing construction.
we could be doing construction.
I just purchased a corded skill saw. I have a miter saw. I have a miter box. I have drills.
I mean,
and stuff.
The I mean, yes. But here's the thing, because this all just popped in my brain as we're talking. I would love to build essentially the frame for the turntable, like the actual turntable well and all that stuff for the Garden Railroad. However, I kind of need the turntable here in order for that to happen. And I do not believe that will be here in time for your visit.
I mean, it might be.
I don't think it will. But the dude should have received my check and the signed agreement for it. Theoretically,
The check was in the mail.
Yeah. I sent that to him on Monday, so he lives out in California, so he should have received it by now.
In theory.
Yes. In other news, I did get an update about the roundhouse.
Oh.
The roundhouse is almost done being laser cut for me.
Mhm.
But the dude is not going to be able to send it until... What did he say? He said he's going to be out of town.
Oh.
Let's see here. Oh, yes, here it is. Andrew wanted to give you... Oh, well, people know my name. Mostly done through all the laser cutting. I should have the kit ready to go after the 20th. It would be next week, but I have a layout project I am working on, and that will be all the way next week working on that. I will have email access, so if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for your order. So,
Yeah, neat.
So it sounds like
at least...
the roundhouse will be here after you're here.
Mhm. Which, I mean, that's a laser cut kit, so that shouldn't be too...
It's 65 pounds.
But it's a laser cut kit.
Yes.
It's going to be mostly gluing joints into other joints, I think.
Yes. And then painting.
I think.
And then...
Unless... you said this is Banta, right?
Yes.
So... I think some of their models do involve a limited amount of cutting. Like, nothing crazy, just, I think it might be involving, like, some of the beams you might have to cut to length or something like that. Most of the major components should already be cut. Also, what do I need to run? Because I'm standing in Bryson, surrounded by locomotives, and no idea what to run.
There's the pasture train. There's some stuff to switch out in Bryson. There's a whole bunch of stuff over at Ela that needs to come back. So you can grab the 90 and run to there. Over in Whittier,
I'm not seeing anything in Bryson.
I'm sorry, I meant Ela. Or engine-wise, there should be 90. Engine number 90.
Yeah, 90's here.
So if you want to take the 90 and go to Kirkland and get all the hoppers that are done and bring them here. And then there's also stuff at Whittier that needs to be switched out. So there's no shortage. I'm currently in the number 7, switching over in the West Bryson yard here. So I'm going to be busy with that. And then once I actually get through all this switching, then I will... Well, actually, it's probably going to take me all stream to go do this, actually. Who am I joking? I'm going to be here forever.
You're gonna like over in Whittier doing work over there.
Well, if you would like to do something not Switch related, I could always take that over.
I mean, I could do that.
I mean, that's purely personal choice. Like, if you're happy being over there switching,
I'm happy to be a Switch bitch for the moment.
Okay, but if you want to swap, let me know. This is the high intensity switching content that your people crave.
They better. No, I'm kidding. But actually.
Also, I might change the whistle on 90 just to spite Midland.
Do it. He's not here.
Yeah. Where is he?
He's at home. He spent the whole day at the railroad giving tours.
Well, where is he?
In another server.
Wow.
So.
What a loser.
Yeah.
So he spent the whole day giving tours?
Yes, so we had 150 school kids come through, and he gave 3 of the 5 tours today.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay, so that's
Granted, I helped him with one of those tours, and then we had a few other things. Bro Train saying, "I will pay if General does it." What is General supposed to do?
I think he's talking about changing the whistle.
Oh, with poof. Yes.
You don't have to pay. I'm
poof.
already doing it. You don't have to pay. I've literally already done it. Just trying to decide which one.
And Dragon Tamer, thank you for now following on Twitch. Appreciate it. Dragon Tamer. I probably mispronounced that at least once, but you know.
Wait, drag. What drag? What?
Dragon Tamer. And Celestial,
Well,
it's not actually that
equipment.
Really.
You'd have dragging equipment.
Yes.
Is that a euphemism for something? What? No.
I don't know. Ask dragging Tamer. Anyways.
Yes.
Continuing on swiftly.
But yeah, 150 kids. That was broken up into several groups of like 20 to 30. So, everything was really fun with that. I do enjoy the fact that I'm able to have a little more flexibility with what I'm doing now at the railroads. So that's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then tomorrow I'm going to be helping to give tours for 8 hours.
That's gonna be nice. Are you giving station tours, or are you giving?
So I'm helping our general manager out with our extended guided tours.
Ooh.
And the extended guided tours are the ones where you run the shop engine inside the EBT shops.
Oh, you're actually going to be running that.
Yep, the line shafts were moving Thursday, Friday today, and they will be running tomorrow if you're on the extended tour. If you're not on the extended tour, meh.
What's wrong with you?
And Bro Train has become a member. Well, thank you, Bro Train, for becoming a member of Anchorage Train Crew. I guess we got to go and see. Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever. I just realized. So the sound effect for joining as a member is Strasbourg 90's whistle. It's Strasbourg 90 going past. So once I get these cars coupled up, let's go find General. We can hear what he changed that whistle to, so that way Bro Train can see and hear what the madness has wrought.
Yeah, I'm still swapping between a few of them.
Yep. Oh, you son of a nutcracker. Okay.
Who?
There's more of these hoppers who are finally getting emptied and ready to go to interchange, so I'll grab that one too. I mean, I guess I should be happy we're clearing out the yard, but...
I think you might appreciate my choice, by the way.
Okay, let's get coupled up and let's go find General real quick here.
So I gotta run all the way... Oh, I gotta run backwards all the way to Ela.
And Logan150509, hello, finally managed to catch the stream. How are y'all? We're doing great, Logan. Hope you're doing okay as well. And I hope I pronounced your name correctly. If not, it's all General's fault.
So my options are either run Tender Ford all the way to Ela, or run Tender Ford hauling coal back.
I think the answer is easy there. Run light backwards. And then haul going the right way.
Yeah.
Probably might be a good idea.
Yep. All right, before we get this train moving, let's go find General. Where's General on the map?
I am still slowly moving through Bryson right now.
Okay, here it is, Strasbourg 90. What's the whistle?
The whistle is... Name that whistle.
I don't know what that whistle is.
That's a Dergwa 5 chime.
Oh, nice.
And it's off of... This is one off of DNS 481.
Oh, that's a good whistle. There he goes, folks. Off into the sunset.
There goes my hero. That switch is not set.
Eek.
Also, in case you didn't notice, we actually now have signals on this route now.
Oh, we do.
So we have signals, so we actually can run.
And-
Whoa! Where did I end up?
When did that happen?
Last stream, I think, when we were dinking around with Toby, the tram engine, and Thomas, the
You actually got signals while you were dinking around with Toby and Thomas.
Yes. Speaking of Toby and Thomas.
Oh, wait, hold up a minute. What is all this? What is all this to the left?
What is all what to the left?
Off of that
And
spur that...
Pro Train, thank you for the $10, saying no first person needed, good whistle. So,
Oh, I think
General,
that's
you have
for
won
Jet.
the favor of Bro Train.
That is $10 towards whatever I can find you at the train show tomorrow.
Oh boy. So let's
that's Shay
talk
sold,
more
by the
F
way.
scale. Wait, who got the Shay? How much did it end up at?
Shay sold. The Shay with the 2 log cars sold for un momento por favor. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? $550.
God damn it! That was a deal. It's a fucking steal.
Yes, and you didn't go for it.
Okay, so for context, people, you heard what Angry said earlier. The grading work will theoretically begin in the near future. However, Ragtimer is trying. The key word here is try. To not spend money super egregiously on stuff. Because the grading work is going to be about $3,000. So
Which honestly is a really good deal.
it is a good deal, but that's
A lot of money.
a lot of money. So again, there's that challenge on the live stream. If you want to help with the super chats, they all go towards the grading work now for the Guard Railroad.
Welcome back at Ragtimer Model Railroad Slush Fund. It's been a while.
Yes. But Justin Curry saying needs more Mikado. Technically, the Decapod is a Super Mikado. Kind of. They just moved one of the wheels to make it bigger. It's still near the firebox. So.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Anyways.
You're making me think about that. You put that thought in my mind. I hate that. I don't like that at all.
Boy. So, anyways, as Ragtimer said, I am trying not to just buy more cars at the moment or more engines because we are at construction. This is not the let's fantasize about how great this thing could be. It is like it's happening. I told the contractor to move forward.
This shit's happening whether he
this-
wants it or
yeah,
not.
It's happening and hopefully will happen quickly. So I want to pool my resources that way. Everything is good because I still also have the credit card to work on as well. I've got
Plus,
cash for the grading work, but credit card is still credit card.
Plus, you also forget I think you've also forgotten that you bought all those Delton cars that I still have.
Yeah, they're coming. I mean, they're paid for. thankfully.
Yeah, they're paid, but you haven't physically received them, so therefore you don't get the mental satisfaction of seeing them.
Yes. I've only seen them from a distance. By a distance, I mean through a phone. Or through Discord
Like
or whatever.
Gatsby looking at the green light across the harbor.
That's a very poetic way of looking at it. So, this is where it is. Okay. Okay. Needs a 3-cylinder engine. So,
No.
okay.
Well-
So let's talk about the Shay a little bit. So, General and Midland, and to a lesser extent, other folk, keep an eye out on eBay for Ragtimer's sake of stuff that might just be a good deal. So yesterday, General finds a Shay, an unlettered Bachmann 3-truck Shay, new in box,
Plus 2 log cars.
plus 2 log cars from Bachmann, and starting bid was $500 and some dollars. Or you could buy it now for $900. And
Starting bid was $550.
it was $500. Okay. So, he brings this to Ragtimer's attention, and Ragtimer says, "Well, that's cool and all, but it's I don't need an engine, especially one that I have to letter, and I've kind of I would still love a Shay, but
You're leaving out the detail that it was a 3-truck Shay.
No, I said it was a 3-truck Shay, which is the kind I'd want, but I kind of want to get this layout actually up and running. Like, the only exception I would have if there was a really good deal on like a K28 or a K36 that was get it now before somebody else finds it.
Buy it now before the deal's gone.
But even that, they're hard to find.
Mhm.
So the likelihood of Ragtimer getting that, Justin, no, they had the die-cast gears. They were actually metal. So it was actually the one that was decently put together. And then Justin saying, isn't there a fictional 3-cylinder mic now available as a mod? Maybe. I'm not sure what the WNCRR guys have been up to. I know they've been working on stuff. But might be them, might be somebody else. I'm not sure. But anyways, so the deal pops up. It looks really good, but Ragtimer decides to pass. And now, of course, I hear Ragtimer could have got it at minimum bid. Potentially.
Yeah. But, well, at least one other person. That means at least one other person put a bid in.
Well, yeah, because it won.
Yeah.
Now, that said, Ragtimer was also tempted with... where is it? I don't know if it's sold yet. Nope, it's still up.
What's that?
Whoa, that guy dropped the price. Holy shit.
What's that?
Okay, hold on. Remember those cars we talked about yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna... Screw it. I'm gonna put
The
my...
ones on a place in a
Okay.
thing starts with F.
I'm sharing this on the stream as well, but I want you to look at the stream. So there's 2 AccuCraft cars. The price went down by half.
What? Huh?
Yeah, you heard me. General, I'm streaming here.
I see.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a really good deal for those cars.
Yeah, but I mean. Also, I want you to know I can hear your music through your stream in Discord too.
Good.
That is. But
I shouldn't. I'm not going to.
no. Uh-oh. Why am I not moving? Oh, never mind.
Bro train is
Okay.
immediately like, buy them, get them, they're beautiful.
Uh,
How about this, Bro Train? If we somehow raise $374.99 on stream today, I will buy them. But
You
I
got $10
guarantee
down.
that's not going to happen. We only have approximately, not to reveal the number, $15 in the hole right now.
10 of those were his.
I know. And 5 were ZVKs.
Excuse me.
So the likelihood of any of this happening
Don't
is
tempt
low.
them. I wonder how those would look next to the Dalton cars. I know they're not the
Yeah.
they're not the same scale, but I'm curious.
Yeah. Now, to give people a little bit of an idea why Ragtimer was freaking out as much as he was about them. So those AccuCraft F-scale passenger cars, they're the Jackson and Sharp passenger cars, a la the Denver and Rio Grande Western. They offered them in like 4 different schemes. They offered them in Colorado and Southern, Durgwa, so DNRGW Green, DNRGW Bumblebee as either the single or double stripe, or or unpainted. Like they would have it like either be like a red or a green unpainted, like a Pullman green unpainted. So, a couple of really cool options there. But those cars would sell anywhere from $250 to $300 a pop. So to see 2 of them without boxes, granted, having no box is a little bit of a red flag, because that means that it could easily be damaged in shipping.
Case in point, my locomotive.
Yes. But if that deal is indeed true, you're basically getting $500 worth of cars for $125 off or something to that effect.
Something
which
like
is
that.
a hell of a deal. They were overpriced before, now they're a great deal.
Yeah, for reference, he was originally asking like $600 for the pair.
It was $600. So the fact that he dropped the price significantly makes me wonder if somebody called him out on it.
Whomst has outbid me on this stupid car that I'm bidding $5 on. Oh. Sorry,
So let's see.
I had a cheap, like, Bachmann car I was bidding on, and someone has outbid me.
Nice.
Still has, like, 5 days to go, and I'm, once again, going to the train show tomorrow.
And that's the other thing. The train show that General's going to is primarily large scale, correct?
I don't know. I actually haven't looked into it that much. I mean, you sound like you've looked at it more than I have. I just saw a train show.
Honestly,
near
I have
me.
not looked at them yet.
All I know is it's being held in a Quality Inn.
Everyone's now at home on their computers. Where's the Quality Inn? Where's the Quality Inn?
I mean... Hold on, now I gotta look it up. Da, 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 da. It doesn't really give a whole lot of context. It does say, so it says, variety of vendors in HO O gauge trains. It doesn't specifically mention G, but it also says test track available for gauges Z, N, HODC, HODCC, AF/S, OG, and SG. apparently
And
next
Colin
weekend there's
Black,
one.
hello,
in-
good day, Angry. How's your week been? It's been busy. Very, very busy. So,
So I'm still gonna go, even if they don't have large scale. It sounds like the people who are organizing it aren't selling large scale, but it sounds like they're like the primary people who organize it have their own kind of shop. 'Cause it lists like an eBay listing for or an eBay store for them as well. All right, so I have just
just
switched
for
out.
knowledge of the
Hello.
for the families here, the families and the children watching. These are the cars we're talking about. They are the AccuCraft Jackson and Sharp cars. So you can see they had all these different options, different paint schemes. And the ones that are specifically up right now are the
They're like the Pullman green ones, aren't they?
AMS 5 AM54-011. I think. Well, actually, no. Is this the old version or the new version? It's Durgwa green. Where they have a plastic body and brass castings for everything. So, you know, they had like 2 or 3 versions of these cars. They also have combines, and they have like baggage cars. Which part of the
Well, those
reason that
cars-
listing is so cool is because oh crap, I went the wrong way. This is what happens when I get monologuing with a screen on my screen.
You sly dog, you had me monologuing.
Yes.
Uh,
But
weren't
like,
one of those
apparently
cars-
the baggage car is very hard to find. I'm sorry, the combine is a little more hard to find. So
In theory, hypothetically speaking, if we found a baggage car and we found a passenger car, we could chop them in half and tell them to kith, and just make.
see, I thought you were going to
Make-
go one way, and then you went another and made it weird.
What?
See, I thought you were going to be like, well, if we could find a baggage car and then 2 more coaches and an observation, then you have the San Juan.
No, I was saying you could chop them in half and then slap them together, and you have your combination car.
That's awkward as shit.
But it would work.
I mean, it could work, but it'd be awkward as hell.
That's a lot of coal.
So now you see what happens behind the scenes when Ragtimer's not streaming. We're often just talking F scale, and we're not quite foaming, but we're damn close. You know, we're talking about
Through
all the
that
what
switch.
ifs and all the other stuff. So, you know,
Speaking about what ifs, did the big chooch up in Maryland ever come back down the hill?
yes, it did. It ran today.
It did? Okay.
Yes, or
Good for them.
Is running as we speak.
Nice.
Interesting. A C21 just appeared on eBay. Live Steam.
Oh.
Oh, well, this is
Oh.
getting to the point that I was starting like 30 minutes ago, and then we started going.
Comes back full circle.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Why
Ragtimer
is that?
has decided that, barring anything unforeseen, once the layout is physically runnable, you know, once there's enough track down that you're not just going back and forth on a, 50-foot piece of rail, it's, actually doing something, then Ragtimer will look into getting a live steam engine. And the live steam engine I think I'm going to get is Rio Grande C19 number 315.
Can you share with the class the C-21 that came up?
Stand by.
I'm stuck on the side of a mountain, bored, waiting for the air in this train to charge up.
Stand by. Okay, so it's on the screen right now. Let me share it for the viewers at home.
Oh, is it? Oh, you got it in your. Wait, what? Oh, there.
So-
Yeah.
It's 3100. It's C21 number 360.
So I guess, would you rather have a C-21 or a C-18?
C18. For the sole reason that it goes back to what Ragtimer has said, it's sentimental. It's something that, Ragtimer wants to have, not necessarily for just the purposes of running it, but something that has personal meaning. And I've talked about 315 before, but just as a quick recap for those who might be new here. Back in 2019, I had the privilege to go to Colorado with my grandfather one final time before he passed away, and we rode behind the 315 at the Cumbres and Toltec as it did one of their trips across the entire line from Antonito to Chama, and we rode behind that engine with two box cars, one or two high side gaunts they converted into open cars, one of their historic passenger cars, and a caboose. And I have a lot of special memories from that trip. Again, being with my grandfather, it's kind of bittersweet because, again, he and I had gone out there a number of times, and that's how I fell in love with narrow gauge, was the Colorado narrow gauge ones. But the 315 was one of the last that he rode, and I have, just personal attachments. So as cool as it would be to have a C21, which is a beefier engine, the C19 is, has the memory. I would also love at some point to get a K36. If I got a K37, it would have to be 497. Same reason I've ridden behind the 497. In fact, the first trip on the Cumbres and Toltec I did was a doubleheader out of Chama with 487 and 497 hauling ass up that hill, up to Cumbres Pass. So, again, sentimental reasons. I want it to be a reflection of who I am and what I've done and what I've seen. So, as they say in the old country, with the magic conch, maybe someday. So, but the 315 they actually still have new. It was a recent run by AccuCraft, so I can buy it new from AccuCraft. And in case you don't know, I actually learned this a few days ago. AccuCraft and Aster merged a few years ago.
Really?
So all AccuCraft stuff is now Aster, or actually vice versa.
Really?
But it's made in Japan, so.
I did not know that. Huh. The more you know.
And Colin Black saying we'll start huffing and puffing to charge up your air. Maybe.
Well, I am to the point where I'm able to just slowly roll down the hill. Which, it's fine by me because I got 3,400 tons behind me.
Only 3,400?
Only 3,400.
You have full permission once you have all of that just to deposit it in the yard down here.
Which yard?
The big yard.
The big yard in
Big
Bryson?
yard.
The big yard all the way down there in Reeson.
Yes. So to answer your question, Garion, Aster was a Japanese company, I guess still is a Japanese company, that
Yes.
produced a lot of very high quality brass models in G scale. Now, when I say G scale, they made it for a couple of different companies, so they usually would make it 1 to 22.5, occasionally 1 to 20.3. You know, you name it. There's a couple of different scales within all of that. So Aster merged with AccuCraft apparently sometime in the last few years. And AccuCraft is an American-based company, but they have most of their models constructed in Japan. And they make both live steam and then electric engines in not only 1 to 20.3, 1 to 19. I think they call it 7/8 scale. If I'm not mistaken.
They call it, it's 7/8.
Yeah. And then they also make like 7.5-inch gauge stuff. So.
Yes. Aster also used to make live. Well, they used to make a lot of live steam locomotives too. Mostly alcohol fired though.
Yes, the ones that are being made now are current, or still make alcohol ones, but the ones that
Stop.
General has
Stop.
is butane fired.
Stop. No. Asters were all alcohol fired. All of AccuCraft, or most of AccuCraft stuff, was butane, with some actually being coal.
Yes.
Sorry, I was being shoved through Ella. Also, I found a slightly different whistle that I kind of like.
Oh.
So, I'm going by technicality as it's not a Reading 6 chime. And it is a DNS whistle.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's off of 480.
Okay, so it's dark.
Kind of. Kind of. It sounds good though. That's all that I care about.
And there you go. The man who has his priorities in check.
I don't
yes, Justin,
discriminate.
there's a lot of
Discriminate.
different scales within G. So G gauge is 45 millimeter. It's gauge 1. It's, the brass track that you get from LGB or Pico, or, used to be. You can also get it through, like, it's not Llama trains. It's Yagas trains, I think. If I get live steam, will I hook up remote control? Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a necessity with his layout plans. Once I figure out how to do mine, I could probably help you with yours.
Yeah.
I actually have a guy at work who does a lot of RC stuff, not RC live steam, but like he has a lot of RC planes and stuff. He's already offered to help me try to figure it out.
Sweet.
Alright, real quick, I'll be right back. I gotta go throw my leftovers in the fridge.
Leftovers, they say. Not left unders.
I don't think I want any left unders. Like, what was it left under? How long was it left under there? Why was it left under there?
Left under your mom. No.
What was it left under?
Some people get paid good money for that.
Mm.
Sorry. As I said, it's been a very tiring season for the Ragtimer.
And it's only just beginning.
Yes. And as I mentioned at the beginning part of the stream, I only really intended to stream for about like an hour and a half. Might go for 2 hours, but won't go too long because I have to be up early tomorrow for even more railroad stuff, real life railroading. So the only way to change that, though, I will say, is we do have the super chat goal over in YouTube if people want it. I really do feel like I'm just like whoring myself out, which I don't like.
You
as
do
much.
that normally anyways.
Oh, yeah, fuck off. Anyways, but you know, if we do have a goal to reach 10 super chats of $5 or more in an hour, and apparently that goal ends in like 8 minutes. So, oh shit, wrong switch. So if you do want that to extend the stream for a little bit longer, that's the way to do it. Otherwise, God, it just hit me like a freaking wall. It's tiring, man.
Well, you gotta wait till I at least get my coal.
Oh no, we'll wait
drag
for your
down
coal
there.
drag to get down here, but we probably won't go too much farther than that, depending on how things go. Do they get hazard pay for going under General's mom? Oh boy. And Alex
All
Beck's
I'm
going
is-
to get the bike pump to
no.
start charging up air for you.
My air is charged. I am fully charged, and now combining cars to make the
It's a big train?
biblically accurate EBT coal train.
Yep. And CGA Graphics, yes. What's his name is currently at Kirkland.
What's his name?
Yes, you.
That's what I'm reduced to. What's his name?
Sorry. I just said I feel like I'm
how
tired
much
of...
you value. I see how you value our friendship.
Hey, at least I don't tell Arctic Grey Wolf that he's Gary and Old Wolf anymore.
Anymore. You have to clarify that with anymore.
Look.
Oh. Well, let's put it this way. It was probably a long day at that point.
Yes.
All right. I'm
Being as I
gonna
know
be
the
pissed if that
tourist
car.
season is starting soon, like the end of this month.
Tourist season is starting soon. You say?
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's already
this
here.
month is Memorial Day. No, school's letting out soon, or most schools will be letting out soon.
Yeah, you're right. It's the next couple of weeks.
Yup. And families go out on to do tourist things.
Mm-hmm. Think of all that money. I mean, educational opportunities.
Yes. So what we're gonna do? Holy hell! God, I really don't know why I just got tired all of a sudden. It's like it hit me like a freaking truck. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna use this little yard here for sorting. 'Cause what we can do is we can kick the cars that we want in there, and then the ones otherwise can go back in to get filled or unloaded or whatever the case is. But yeah, so now you know all the updates on the Ragtimer's life as far as model trains, real trains, that sort of stuff. So a lot of, I'm dragging through a handbrake. No wonder I'm slowing down.
As you do. Would you say that you have
You have dragging equipment.
Yes, General.
You
I
have
did
dragging
have dragging
equipment.
Dragging equipment.
Inspect remainder of train.
Wow. Flanagan's not even here and you're acting like him.
Someone's got to fill in. But you know what? I truly am, because I'm hauling the coal train. I'm doing the soundboards.
Did I stutter?
Yeah. Is 90 the most powerful locomotive we have on the railroad right now?
That is correct.
Uh-huh. We need a bigger choo-choo. We definitely need a bigger choo-choo.
So you say that, but I don't think you mean that.
No, I mean it.
Why? Are you struggling? Are you on the struggle bus?
I am just now managing to hit 18 miles an hour. I have 35 cars at 3,400 tons. And I am maintaining 18 miles an hour all the way through the bridge.
Well, you haven't slowed down yet.
Give it time.
Yet being the key word. I don't think I will, because it's mostly downhill the rest of the way, but it's... If there was any grading involved, if there was any uphill grades involved, I think I would.
Have you reached Governor's Island yet?
No, I am just now over the bridge. Or on the
Yes,
bridge.
You're probably going to run into that problem a little bit.
What now? What was that, Arctic? I couldn't quite hear that.
I said you might slow down just a little bit going up into.
I'm slowing down in the curve, apparently.
Horseshoe curve?
No. It's kind of shaped like a horseshoe. A weird, misshapen horseshoe.
Sure, you have a weird misshapen horseshoe. Anyways.
Yes. Mules.
They're very small. Shit! I got distracted by the mules.
Activated like a sleeper agent.
Fucking hell.
Would you like to provide any context for that, or no?
I almost want to leave that as like a, what the hell's he talking about?
Yeah.
We need more Gore and Dap feed 34s. Maybe. Oh god, where the fuck's my train going? Come back, train! See, I have 22 minutes left in first person. That 22 minutes can't end soon enough. I will say that the timer will reset. Once
The
we do
timer
that.
will reset.
So then, once I'm back to third-person views, then, it can happen to go back into first. But, thankfully, both ZVK and Bro Train have not enforced lengthening the timer to make Ragtimer's life miserable.
Oh, I just noticed the water in the sight glass bobs up and down a little bit.
Yeah. I will say they did some upgrades for Railroader. There was an update that came out yesterday that apparently changed the tutorial. I haven't seen the tutorial update yet. But they also did some graphical updates and some other things. And I will say the game appears to be running smoother with higher FPS.
I gotta agree with you. Now, I haven't gone down to, like, the areas that have caused trouble in the past, like, some of the modded areas, like where you're at right now, but I'm maintaining a pretty steady, like, 50-something FPS right now.
Yeah, I'm maintaining like 60 to 70. which is awesome. So
I've been running between 45 and 55, somewhere around there. So within about 10 FPS of where I'm at.
cool. Didn't want to be a
I'm
gremlin. I
exiting,
appreciate that, bro. Trade.
I'm about to exit Governor's Island, by the way.
At what speed?
23 miles an hour.
See, that's respectable.
You managed to get up there without slowing down too bad.
Yeah. I mean, well, now I'm entering Whistle Valley, so it's all downhill from here.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I forgot to say earlier on the stream, Ragtimer has officially had his first banana split of the summer today.
Ooh. What is it as good as you remembered?
Yes, it was. And red number 482 just knows it's already 2 a.m. for me. Lol. What the heck are you doing up this late, man?
Is this another UK viewer?
I don't know. We have a couple of people from the UK and from a couple of European countries, so maybe one of those. But and then Violet Summer. I only get Whittier at 55 FPS on a 3080 with 100 cars for Kirkland sitting at interchange. They definitely changed something. Yeah, they definitely did, and I'm here for it. If it's making everyone's lives easier, especially with mods, heck
And
yeah.
the fact that they did it without breaking the mods is also amazing.
Yes. That's what I was afraid of when I, before I fired up the stream. I'm like, this stream's either going to go real well because it's going to be nothing changed, or it's going to be like I have to wait a day or two to stream Railroader for other people's mods to get caught up. And thankfully, it was the latter. Or no, the former. I'm tired.
Yes.
Where are you at, by the way? I don't want to accidentally plow into you.
I'm at the other side of the river.
Okay, so I'm not in any danger of running into you.
I would certainly hope not. You have to go through a lot of steps to get to me.
Okay. So, do you want me to deliver it over there?
Yeah, deliver it to the interchange.
Okay.
At some point, you will need to run around your train to shove those in. Just so you know.
Would it be better to do that in Bryson?
Depends on how long your train is.
35 cars.
I meant in feet.
Do it now?
I meant in feet, not.
Oh, 1,500 feet.
Is there a little track down there long enough for it?
We gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think track 2 should be long enough.
Apparently,
I'd
Alex
say
Beck's
one
still
or two.
chugging with Beeman's diesels at times, but smooth as butter.
But, oh yeah, that's gonna fit in here. It's gonna fit. I'll probably go ahead and run around my train up here then. She gonna fit. Mm. Dump the train, dump the train, dump the train.
And red number
Not
42.
that
I'm
much.
watching your stream, and I'm from South Africa. That's awesome. Well, thank you for checking us out here. Appreciate that.
How are you getting such an international viewer base?
I love it. I think it's awesome.
It's really cool. I don't know how. It's just kind of bizarre. People are watching at like, I guess like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. local time.
And Alex Beck also saying, by the way, Anger, if you need some extra power under lease, I got 338s that are idle. Just say the word and the C&W can send them. I appreciate that. Who knows? We might be crazy enough that we might need them.
We haven't gotten Kirkland up to that point yet.
Maybe someday. Okay, where the hell?
Oh, did you see where? Did you see where NS was reopening a coal line in Alabama?
No, I did not.
I need to find the news article again, but
Sweet
I
Home?
didn't get to read it. Yeah. Of course, it popped up on my feed for Google News like every time I couldn't actually look at it, and now that I'm actually looking for it,
It's not there.
yeah, exactly. Yep, here it is on trains.com. Norfolk Southern revives Alabama coal branch. The Berry branch handled its first coal train in more than a decade.
All right, so we're going to go ahead,
Oh, it's
get this last
it-
car put back where it needs to go. Or in the words of Mike Rosowski, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
so help me, so help me.
And cut. I have
So yeah,
13
they
minutes left
ended
of
up
first person.
restoring. They ended up restoring like 20 miles of the branch line for it.
Really? That's a decent
Yeah.
amount of track.
Yeah, it's like they restored 20 miles of the 27 miles on the branch line. Or, excuse me, 25.7. Invested like $200 million in it.
Damn.
So yeah, they're apparently serious about it.
Apparently they realized they could make a lot of money off it.
Yeah. Or excuse me, no, that I misread that. So it said they would invest $200 million to expand capacity on the Birmingham, Alabama Mobile 3B corridor to support traffic growth for the port of Mobile. Oh, so maybe that means they expanded that to help with.
And trains are fun. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. Construction's already underway on some projects, which the railroad expects to complete between this year and 2027. Several
Nice.
customers have expansion projects underway as well. Involves building 21 miles of new track, including passing siding projects, and expansion of the yard at Wilton, Alabama.
Nice.
Yeah, so good things happening in Alabama, I guess.
Cool one. So even though there's a few, like one or two errant cars over here that could go to the interchange, I think I've grabbed all the stuff off this side of the river I want to grab for now. We'll probably meet General on the other side of the river,
And through the woods.
and then we can race him down to the interchange to drop off the cars.
Well, considering I'm still trying to hook back onto my train. Over the woods and through the river.
Something like that.
Yeah. Come on, Betsy, you got it. Mush.
I thought Betsy was small.
And
Yeah.
what industry am I at? I am at the West Bryson Industries. So
Betsy's been snorting creatine.
Betsy needs to calm herself.
Betsy had a serious glow up.
Yeah. Betsy doesn't know what to do with herself now.
You know, I didn't check the oil on any of these cars. I probably should have done
How
that.
many hot boxes does General have? He has 1.5 million.
None at the moment. Surprisingly.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tie onto the cut that we have over there. The one going to the interchange, and then we'll go ahead and push those in. We'll see where that gets us here. We do have some stuff we could do on the west side of the river here, but a lot of those cars are almost close to being empty too, so it's like at the same point of doing that. Is there any possibility of a double track mainline in the sim not racing? I know there's a number of mods that allow for that. Maybe. That's all I can say is maybe. I personally like having single track mains because it makes you actually have to think about how you're running your operation. Got a decent amount of weight on these cars. And that'll do.
Yeah, my performance is suffering slightly the closer I get to this whole area down here.
Yeah, mine just skipped to 38 for a second, but
it's going down below 20 now. And it might have something to do with my brain meeting your train.
the big train. All right, Appalachian Textiles is doing its thing. Let's see, where are we lined? Let's go. We'll just couple back in, and then we'll start shoving. And we'll see if we can beat General to that crossover switch.
That's all the luck to you.
Oh, I hear him. Oh, there's his hoppers. People, he's rolling coal.
I am, in fact, rolling coal, and I can't quite stop. So you better hope you're out of the way.
Well, apparently I have to charge up a lot of air, so by default I might be stuck here until you pass. Okay, let's see if I can get to the other end of this train. That way I don't cross a switch I'm not looking at.
Hi, Angry.
Oh god, he's here. I hate having to do everything in first person.
The long black train of coal. Apparently does not arrive lubricated.
What does arrive lubricated? Don't answer that question. Oh, yeah, here he comes. Oh god, I fell between cars.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm an idiot.
What do you think of that whistle, by the way?
I haven't heard it yet. It's too far away.
Oh. I'm
I like
getting
it a
like
lot.
a whole 9 FPS.
Mine's down to
That
27. 22. 21.
You know what's funnier than 21?
25.
So for reference, that is the Reading cut down 6 chime
Oh,
off of DNS 480.
cool.
What's the speed limit through here?
25.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Also, I don't know.
Oh
which,
no, that's not switch.
It's
the
switch
switch.
for you. The switch is good. The switch is
Switch.
fine. No, the switch was.
Well, I'm going very fast to hit that.
Okay, you're lined.
Okay. I did not expect a crossover.
I don't know if have you been down to this interchange yet, General?
Once, but you were driving.
Oh.
I don't remember if I got all the way down or not, because I think I ended up going off doing switching
Whoa.
duties while you were. Huh?
That crossover's coming up quick.
Uh huh. The one that you mean the one that I'm currently in?
Yes.
That one. That crossover.
The crossover. The poison for Cusco. The Cusco's poison.
Yeah. Crossover specifically for the train.
Yes.
Train's crossing.
There is no 10-minute rule on this railroad, and Rule G is violated regularly. Therefore, I will follow.
Speaking of Rule G,
How is General
I-
celebrating Rule G tonight?
beer.
Nice.
You know what I might do? I'm half tempted to do.
Buy those AccuCraft cars on eBay? Or no, on Facebook?
No, bad. I'm half tempted to go ahead and go back downstairs and put my headlight and smoke box back on my train and attempt to fire it.
You should do that. I will watch. Did we study under Ross Rowland? Of course, our Lord and Savior. I say
Ross
that
Rowland is outside my house.
all joking. Yeah, Ross Rowland's outside my house and he owes me money.
So I'm assuming I'm gonna go in the hole here, and you're gonna go past me.
I sure as hell hope so.
Anywhere in here, I guess. You're coming up to that awful quick.
I'm trying to pull you. What's the
I think-
ums?
Oh, nothing on my side. I'm just wondering if you two are going to pass one another.
Oh, we did. We're
Oh.
passing.
Yeah, we're already past. Don't worry about it.
We've passed gas. We've passed over to the realm of Satan himself, Ross Rowland.
I still don't know if I've met him yet.
I don't know if you want to.
I think he may have been there at one point when I was there, but I never.
You
knew
probably
it.
were.
Uh-huh. Well, this train is set. Kertonk.
What'd you do? Oh, you're.
Yeah, just uncoupling my train. It's amazing how quick this thing moves when there's no train on it.
Yeah, it's like it's designed to go better with no load.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It happened.
What happened?
I finally am out of.
Are you free from your curse?
I'm free from my curse.
For now.
Suck it, Adrian J. I mean that lovingly if you're watching now.
So I take it we're just racing back to the other end of the line at this point?
I mean, we can pull out the train that needs to go to the yard for sorting.
Where's that train
It's
that needs
right
to go
here.
to the yard for sure?
It's right here.
Where?
It's here.
Where? Is it in the yard?
It's in the yard. Because we can basically pull it to Bryson proper, and then holy shit, that's a lot for Kirkland.
A lot of what?
Oh god, that's a lot of cars. Do I want to deal with that yet? I probably should. I teased it in the thumbnail. We probably should.
What's that? Oh, that's massive.
All right. Do you want to take the Kirkland train?
Is it all Kirkland?
No, I can divide it out so you grab the Kirkland part of it.
Well, I don't know, because part of me also thinks I should go ahead and go start putting my locomotive back together.
Well, I did say we were only going to stream for about an hour and a half, and we've reached that mark. So, and because I'm starting to fall asleep here, that might not be terrible.
I mean, we could double head this thing to Bryson real quick.
Well, yeah, let's double head this to Bryson. I'll start charging air. And charging, yeah. Yeah, I might need your help getting this to Bryson. This is 3,000 tons.
Yeah, what, only 3,000?
Yeah, I mean, we do have two of the more powerful locomotives in game, but still. Oh, yeah, that's right. Touch the button.
You know, you were criticizing my train earlier for being 3,400 tons.
How much weight do you got there?
3,100 tons.
Oh, only 3,100.
Yeah, but it's like 77 cars though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I just about got stuff down here set up to head back in your direction.
Excellent.
Excellent. I actually don't know where we'll fit this in Bryson.
We're going to have to cut it up into cars.
Alright, well, I'll help you pull it to Bryson, then once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and go and start putting my locomotive back together.
That sounds good.
And it's gotten very dark outside. It's scary.
Also, this is your reminder that if you haven't yet voted today for the East Broad Top Railroad as part of the USA Today 10 Best Scenic Train Ride Contest. You should vote.
You still got that link?
Oh, yeah, I do. Going into Twitch and going. Click that link, people. It'll help me out greatly.
Don't let the Western Maryland schmooze you over with the fact that they have an operational steam locomotive now.
For the first time in a while.
Hey, are we gonna cross back over?
We can get over from this track. We'll find.
Okay.
I'll just make sure our switch is set and we're good.
Okay. As long as you're checking.
Yes. Make sure while we're calling us out of here. Yes. Yeah, we're lined. We're lined. Because we'll take it on the big track and then we'll go from there.
Cool. Excuse me. Also, apparently you have someone from Newcastle, Australia.
Yeah, Colin Black from Australia.
Yeah.
How much throttle and what's your reverser at?
100% throttle and 40% cutoff.
Okay, I'm at 100% throttle and 50% cutoff.
I'm bumping it back to 50 right now.
We're on the hill.
The hill.
Not much of a hill, but it's enough of a hill. And I know what some of you people are saying. You're saying, wait, the hill? You don't
It's
mean
not the
that
hill. Yeah, it's not. Da-na-na-na. That, yep, there it is.
The hill.
So,
It's not that hill. That hill is here. Well, not here, but further
The
down
hill.
the line. You know, I still haven't walked the hill. And I never really had an excuse not to besides, railroad property.
The hill.
But I really didn't realize how close I lived to Saludagrade. Like, it literally ran through the town that my brother went to high school at.
really? Huh.
Yeah. The line for Saludagrade runs through several towns in South Carolina, going up through there, and part of that trackage went through the town that my brother graduated from.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I never realized I'd always heard people talk about it, but I never realized how close I was until one night I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just be looking at this. I've always kind of wondered where that track went, and I was looking at it and I was like, oh, that goes up there. Oh, that's Saludagrade.
And then he realized it was.
The hill.
I mean, I knew it had to be close. I just didn't realize it was that close.
Zach Tetralt, I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. Said, do steam engines have the same power reverse as they do forward?
Yes.
Yes and no, depending on how the engine's designed and how well it is set up. Some engines, like if they have southern valve gear, they're set up to do better going forward rather than going in reverse.
Oh, yeah. Granted, they have the same stroke of the pistons, or not pistons. What's it called? The valve gear. Yeah. What Angry was saying. Also, a big limiting factor with a lot of steam locomotives when they're running in reverse is the fact that they're essentially shoving a tender. Well, essentially what is a car full of sloshing water and coal while hauling a train.
By the way,
Yes, wheel count also doesn't matter for propane. Yes, Colin Black 611 did go up the grade back to like the early 90s.
And struggled the whole way.
It did.
What was that, Arctic?
It was not having fun.
No.
I said I'm leaving Whittier and heading towards Bryson.
Excellent. But, yeah, 611, very nice, very pretty, high-speed passenger choo-choo. Not designed for climbing hills. Or hills like that. Didn't they have to essentially shove the thing up the grade?
Maybe.
I feel like I remember seeing something about them. They had like a couple of extra engines that they just tacked onto the back to shove it up the hill.
That wouldn't be surprised.
I actually saw a painting somewhere of a passenger train, and it had like a big Mallet looking thing that got tacked onto it, pushing it up.
Was that the
grade.
1218?
It might have been. And you know, I don't think it was a 1218. It might have been. I think it was a Clinchfield locomotive. I'm not sure. Might have been the 1218. I can't remember. It was years since I've seen that painting. Also, it's a shame that they're turning it into a rail trail, but also in the same breath, I understand. Because realistically speaking, I don't think there's any good way to ever bring rail traffic back up that, especially given the safety record that grade had.
Does the General have a channel? Would love to see it.
No, the General does not have a channel, although I've debated about it.
Masterfully debated it, some might say.
Some may say I am the master debater.
Yes. Oh, and apparently Alex Peck is saying that 611 climbed it, but they had a dragging handbrake, which was hurting them the entire way up.
Oh. Hey, like you earlier.
Shut up. Don't make me suffer.
Inside?
Yes.
But yeah, that, you know,
By the way,
dragging
our train has
handbrake all
yet
the way
to enter the... We're about
Enter
10
the
cars
yard.
away from entering the yard.
Excellent. We've already passed the station.
Okay. We are now past the switch at the other end of the yard.
Have we cleared? Are we fouling the other tracks though?
We're fouling several tracks, but if we want to get to where this crossover switch is behind you, we can park the train.
Okay.
That way we can then.
I
break
just
it up
realized
and-
neither of us cut out. I don't think either of us cut out our brakes.
Oh god, my brakes are just dropping right now.
But on the bright side, we're slowing down.
We're slowing down real well.
We are in fact.
Let's back up a little closer to that their crossover switch.
Oh, gee, I got a yellow signal.
Your mom's a yellow signal. Wait, what?
You
Wait,
know,
where are you at?
Oh my god, if we could go back another 4 cars or 5 cars, we can then fit everything here. We might be able to do it.
Oh,
that would be why I had a yellow signal. Okay.
yeah, I see why you have a yellow signal. You had a switch thrown against you.
That.
All right, I am attempting to pull. It's not pulling.
The brakes are still coming off the train.
Oh God.
And Strasburg Tim 997, Great Western 90 or Nevada Northern Forder, Great Western 90, Evil Shay or Evil Climax. I've never had an Evil Climax, therefore. Which 484 does Angry like better, Cotton Belt 819 or SPNS 700? SPNS 700. Is there a riverboat whistle in the sim? Probably.
I think so. I'm like 95% sure there is one that's
Norfolk and Western 611 or U.S. Sugar 148. U.S. Sugar 148.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one.
The J's nice, but
The J is kind of overblown, in my opinion.
all right, we're in.
Don't get me wrong, it's a very pretty choo-choo. But, yeah.
Alrighty. I guess we have to wait for Arctic to get here then. And then once Arctic blows through, I think we'll be good.
Well,
Well, I got some cars to drop off there, and then I got to finish running the rest of these to the interchange.
What do you mean you're dropping
As I got
off?
pulpwood cars for Bryce and Briquette.
Well, the good news is we can have you lined in to the yard, so that way you actually can do what you want to do.
Oh, cool.
Because we're just far enough in.
yeah. We're able to not completely block the entirety of Bryson, although we are fouling the road crossing.
Fuck the people.
No one's... Yeah, we are... This is PSR at its peak. This is the future that you wanted.
Pacific State Roaches?
What? Oh.
PSR.
Yeah. That took me just a second.
U.S. Sugar nickel plate 765. U.S. Sugar 148. 148 or 425? 148.
Wow, a lot of love for 148.
Western Maryland Steve. That is an easy answer. East Broad Top 16. Don't you even try with me. Norfolk and Western 1218 versus EBT 16. It's EBT 16.
Of course. I actually got to see the 12.8. Not in the slightest. Nope.
It's not like I've had a cab ride in the 16.
Yeah, or get to see it almost daily.
I did see it several times today. That's all I will say. No further comments. No questions. 473 or 473 or White Pass 73. I'm gonna have to go with I feel like I'm gonna get eaten alive on this question here. I'm gonna go with DNRGW, aka Durango and Silverton 473.
Really?
Yeah, I love White Pass, but I've actually ridden behind 473 in Bumblebee colors, therefore it gets a win. Bro Train, EBT 16 or EBT 18? 18 is a piece of shit. So 16.
Don't you badmouth 18.
It's
not its fault that
you don't know what I know.
It's not its fault that they ran it into the ground, literally.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Yeah. 4000s or Y6Bs? Y6Bs. I don't know what the 4000s are that you're referencing. I'm assuming some sort of Britishism.
I'm saying Tweetsy 12 on that one.
Tweetsy
don't
12
even have to answer.
White Pass 73 beats Tweetsy 12.
Nope, you're wrong. You're wrong.
EBT 12 or
EBT 12
14?
Or 14.
I mean,
12 is kind of the baby.
12 is the baby. 14's pretty good. I would still go with 12. Why are people now just saying big boy, big boy?
They're talking about the
4000s.
4000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still go with
Still
the Y6Bs.
Yeah.
Yes. There's only one right answer. And don't you at me with Challenger or Big Boy. The answer is Challenger. Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the correct answer. You know, I did actually get to go up into the cab of 1218.
Oh?
Yeah. I sent you pictures. I sent you all pictures of it when I went up there.
Apparently my
'Cause
brain
it was
is fried.
when-
I don't remember.
Well, to be fair, it was like 2 years ago.
I don't remember anything I did yesterday.
Yeah. S- It was 2023, April 30th. And I remember it was kind of sad to see that I don't think it's ever going to run again.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see it run. I think the cab was mostly complete from what I remember. But I think there was some stuff missing.
Let's see. Haven't been to America, but on YouTube I've seen 765 going up Carson Bank with a 26-car tour train, only doing 8 miles an hour. Yes, raw power. UP 9000 or PR Hippo Decapod. The Hippo Decapod because it has boobs. Look it up if you need to find out. Challenger or 6900? I don't know what 6900 is there for. Challenger. Clinchfield or UP Challenger? The answer is UP Challenger. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I don't know. I'm kind of biased towards Clinchfield.
Canadian National 89 or White Pass 73? White Pass 73.
Is a mountain type locomotive possible in narrow gauge?
I think they built some in meter gauge, right?
I think so, yeah. Technically, anything is possible in narrow gauge. It's just a matter of will it run well? Yeah. I mean, if you look at some of the crazy stuff like the Dergwa and even the East Tennessee, Western North Carolina was cooking up with Baldwin right there towards the end of their at the end of their prime. They were cooking up some crazy stuff. I'm not sure what they were smoking, but it was I want some.
That locomotive looks so tiny compared to everything else.
Yeah. I think what you mean to say is it's the correct size locomotive, and then we just got the two big ones.
No comment.
Oh well.
I think your boiler is actually larger diameter than mine, isn't it?
Yes, I got thick boiler.
Chunky.
You love my chunky.
I like them big. I like them chunky.
Okay.
My frames.
All right, Montezuma or Tweety 12? Tweety 12. Montezuma's
Tweety 12 every day.
trash. You can tell high size.
Trash.
S160 or Mikado? Mikado. Niagara or the Red Devil? I don't know what you mean. You're comparing a river to a vacuum.
I think they're
cleaner,
talking about the
therefore.
red. I think they're talking about the Red Devil in Africa.
Well, considering they're talking about a river versus a vacuum type, I'm going to go with neither. J3 Hudson or T1 Duplex? They're all terrible.
Really?
I'm kidding. The Hudson, obviously.
Yeah. I was about to say
Duplex is stupid.
the Duplex is stupid.
All right.
It's cool,
Yes.
but
All right.
no.
And with that, we are going to end the stream here because General needs to put together a live steam locomotive, and I am tired. But we
And
have
potentially
brought
run.
our trains to here. We'll be sorting them next time and doing more stuff. But thank you for coming to the stream today. If you liked what we did, consider liking the stream, sharing it with your friends, subscribing to the channel if you're new here. And a huge thank you to all of our channel members and those who super chatted or just decided to hang out with us tonight. You guys are awesome. But in the meanwhile, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.